Today's chat is coming to you live from my garden, which I have done some videos out in the past. I like to do them out here a little bit more than in the inside when I can. So we're in sort of the shadiest part of the garden so we can get out of the summer heat. Um, you may have noticed that I haven't been posting much lately, and I kind of owe a little bit of an explanation on that. And it's actually pretty simple. I'm simply one person here. I kind of go where my attention is being drawn, and presently it's being drawn in about six different directions. Uh, some of which are really, really stressful, and some of a little are exciting. And the exciting ones are the ones that have actually brought me here to try to talk about these things. But life is doing its usual sort of strenuous, stressful, wonderful, awesome, both side by side happening in the same week. It's been kind of a little bit much. If you know me personally, you know that my son recently got sucked into a machine at work, and that literally sounds as awful as it sounds. And but the wonderful part is he didn't lose the arm. He didn't even suffer major nerve damage or muscle damage. He just has a badly broken bone. So kind of a wonderful minor miracle. Um, and all of this, of course, came right on the heels of me having broke my ankle. So it's been kind of stressful around here for a while. But that's kind of part of the reason why I'm actually here right now. I one of the things that I am working on right now is with a wonderful intern who is helping me make a documentary about Skate Hole Dojo based on my research. And you know, I actually found out doing some research because I'm actually trying to find out what the lineage of therapeutic skateboarding actually is. Because when I started doing it, I didn't even really know that was actually even a thing. And so I've been doing a little bit of research on that, kind of hoping I could get it in a peer reviewed journal, but might be a little bit tricky at this stage to do that. Might end up throwing that up there on my Substack. But right now, I'm kind of engaged in kind of a fun documentary on Skate Hole Dojo, and it kind of leads me into the other two big reasons why I'm here. First of which is that I am going to be using my Substack page to sort of help me organize and develop a book on holistic problem solving, the mentorship, metacognitive based learning program that I developed out of my first book, The Pedagogy for Self Authorship. Um, and so that's pretty exciting. But the other really exciting thing is that I'm going to be launching kind of along with it a new business venture I'm calling the Hulbig Center. If you've seen me before, you know my shtick. I usually sort of make this tongue-in-cheek joke about how I'm trying to take over the world with metacognition. And the Hulbig Center is how I'm actually going to do it. At least I can visualize it now because I now have the mechanism that can sort of survive outside of the school structure, but can offer the help that I believe schools and students and teachers need. Essentially, get every student a mentor. And so here's, you know, my feeling is that this is something that the world needs. And if I can, I don't know, develop some way to push it out there. I've been pushing in many. If you've been following my career, I've been pushing in many directions, and this is just the latest direction that I'm going to push in. But I feel like there is something special there. I mean, first of all, as a scientist, it's going to be very easy to measure. We're going to be looking at the number of students who we can get mentored, and most importantly, the number of students who become mentors. Um, and so, in a lot of ways, it's very similar to what I'm already doing with my students kind of in my private practice, tutoring them on how to become self-regulated learners, and watch as they grow so that they can use those skills to become a mentor to a new student. um, but uh, that same mechanism is, I think, like where I'm thinking about the beauty of this Hulbig Center is going to be. And once that's up and running, I'm going to start reaching out with this program to educators, particularly classroom teachers, who will benefit from developing self regulated learning skills with their students. There's also this cultural and capacity building effect of having a mentoring program that develops students' understanding of their neurodiversity and how to support each other's education. It's just transformative in the classroom. And I'll probably do a live stream, I guess, on this in the future. When I first started putting this program together, it was really sort of very ad hoc of just sort of, I needed uh, some of my older students to be able to kind of help me out with some of these younger students. And they really stepped up. And so, that was the beginning of the genesis of this idea. But the big idea, and the one that I think could genuinely revolutionize education in this country and around the world, is a model where every 2 to 4 year school, regardless of its grade level, whether it's middle school or high school or college, you'll be able to offer every incoming freshman a metacognitive mentor, and you will be able to offer every incoming freshman a metacognitive mentor, because part of the system is getting every second year sophomore a leadership opportunity to become a metacognitive mentor, because that's what the program develops. It develops students' metacognitive problem solving skills by having them apply the skills they've developed in the service of helping others with their learning. You learn by teaching. Um, so, so these will be the subjects that I'll kind of be covering in an upcoming live streams. Watch for new papers that I'll be releasing on Substack. And I'll be honest with you about something. This idea of this book is looming very large for me. I'm really feeling it come together, and I'm excited to be able to actually be able to use a forum like Substack to be able to sort of start sharing my writing and get people's input. That's what I'm hoping these live streams can kind of help me achieve. Okay, is get some community engagement, so that the final copy of this book is going to be something uh, that is really, really powerful and will really, really impact um, this idea, this revolution that I'm hopefully starting here in education, a revolution to get every single student a metacognitive mentor, and to be a leader in the learning of other people by becoming a metacognitive mentor. So I guess I'll leave it like that. If anybody has any um, questions or comments or subjects that you would like me to cover in future videos or live streams, or maybe write about or something like that, but please engage and feel free to share. Um, this is sort of a very exciting time for me, and I'm hoping that you'll get to be a part of it. Thank you. Yes, we'll call it in.